Sometimes in boating, things will just get turned upside down, just like some of the things we're going to witness in this episode of Googans of the Week. Now, it doesn't always get turned upside down, sometimes things just get dropped on the ground.
We might have everything. Oh. Okay.
That's another problem.
And sometimes we're going to have those friends that just like to point out the obvious when we're out there trying to enjoy a day of boating. Somebody should have pointed out the obvious thing here, though. This was another one of those obvious moments. My man wound up filling his boat up with 100 gallons of gas. Instead of putting it in the tank, he had it in the rod holder and the boat just started filling up. Another one of those obvious moments, the tide's gonna go out, you always gotta watch it and keep an eye on it. With this crew out here, somebody should have warned Cap that this was gonna happen.
That's dumb. Gonna die right here. Yeah. Your motor is touching the bottom. Your motor is on the bottom. There you go. Now you gotta push. Yeah. There we go. Now you're going somewhere.
I mean, of course, out at the sandbar, there's always somebody filming, so we always get to catch all the good stuff, but we don't always get to catch everybody coming back to their own dock, unless we got security cameras like this one here. These guys thought they had it. They look good, all the way up to the point that they don't. As they're coming in, things look fine. They come in nice and easy, and then Cap decides, well, we're gonna give her just a little more throttle to go ahead and get her put away right. Speaking of more throttle, there are times you need it and times you don't, but sometimes you just gotta give her hell. The real question in this one is why this crew decided to hang out behind the boat that long. Speaking of hanging back, our next crew shows you what happens when the boat decides to hang back. Gotta love them jet ski boys, always out there on the lake having a good time, full send all the time. Sometimes they send it so hard they send themselves. Alright, I'm not a sailor, so somebody's got to explain this one to me. One, who gets this job? Who decides they're gonna be the person, or, well, probably not decide they're gonna be the person. Who decides which person has to go do this? The second part of this is why are they doing it? And what happens if the boat comes back upright while they're climbing up there? Somebody help me out, let me know in the comments. Well, it looks like I'm going to find out the answer to one of my questions because he's up there and this boat's starting to come back upright. This one's a big note for me. If Cap comes to me and says, hey bro, you're going up the mast, I'm just jumping overboard. Now, of course, most of us just have a nice normal commute into work, but imagine if this was your commute into the office every single day, having to jump off of one boat onto another and pray that somebody else's ladder was holding. I mean, typically for most of us, boating's nothing more than fun and games, getting out there and trying to have a good time. Those guys that gotta get out there and work, man, they put a lot of faith in other people, especially when you're gonna get on another cruise boat. Speaking of having a little too much fun when you're out there boating, nothing like getting down to the boat ramp and watching the action down there. That one's always a good time, as our crew's about to show us here. Again, another one of those situations where things look okay till they don't. They look good for a minute, and now all of a sudden they're backing into the dock behind them. Now, what exactly do you think went wrong in this one? Where did Captain make the mistake? Yes, they're coming in at a little bit of a funky angle, but I still don't understand why they actually decided to go ahead and toss it into reverse and just go ahead and back into the dock behind them. Cap does finally get the hang of this one and gets it around. I mean, I guess the only thing that could have been worse in this situation was that they had some bad weather. And what kind of forecast do you start canceling your fishing trips? Let me know in the comments. This crew, I don't know if they ever canceled. And then, of course, as we've already kind of talked about, those pro mariners, they don't get a choice to cancel. They're on a schedule, they got things to do. If it's rough out, they're still going no matter what. Now, I got a feeling this crew doesn't cancel many fishing trips either. They're probably almost always going as well, but the trick part to this one is this is their inlet just to get out, so that's their commute to work every day. A little worse than some of the other ones we saw. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button.